You're not my dad!
What up, Hope Biscuits? It's your girl Skitten, back at it again. And Orange, you glad? I'm showing you guys my earrings. Welcome to day 3 of me showing you guys the royal jewels. No, not my husband's package.
Is this
just my earrings?
Is this what you've been talking about while I haven't been in your videos?
I do not talk about your package when you're not in my videos.
When you talk about your own jewels.
Right, yeah.
You dangle them in their face.
Right, yes. Yes, I even zoom in on them.
Oh my God.
Close up.
Are you still closed up right now?
No. No.
Like 35 seconds of skin close up?
So welcome to day 3. Also, okay, so you guys are like so sweet, so supportive. You're like, oh my God, your earrings are great. Where did you get them? Please do not ask me. It's a very stressful question because I do not know. I don't know.
Store.
I bought so many from just random online sites that like when I go into my email now, right, and I like click on this, the website doesn't even exist anymore. Like they were scamming or something. I don't fucking know.
Internet jewelry.
Like
may or may not be legitimate. Is this a legitimate reseller? Delete.
It's just like my eyelash people sold my favorite pair of eyelashes ever. They do not exist. Their website is like something else.
To be fair, I tried to tell her, don't trust these people. All right? You know, and then they got warranties on this stuff. They might not be here next year. And lo and behold, you're stuck with, dude, she got these ones that got like fried eggs on them. Those people don't even exist anymore.
Okay, but the fried egg ones are so cute.
Yeah.
Adorable. I'll wear those for you guys next. Auntie who's in, hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are staying safe and sanitized.
Still.
Yes?
A year later.
Right.
It's not over yet.
No. Somebody in my comments the other day, I think was calling me a vax hole because I said that like now that I'm vaccinated, I'm gonna go like party. And I really feel like the concept of hyperbole and like satire is just lost on so many people nowadays.
Don't shit on them that bad for being stupid. It ain't
It's
their
not
fault. They were probably born that way.
Auntie Hoosins.
Be mad, bitch.
We're here to watch some hood nature. So sit back, buckle up. Without further ado, let's get started.
Triggering the Jurassic Park fans, the sounds of the velociraptors were actually sounds of turtles having sex. If you don't believe me, Google it. Speaking of which, I was not going to do this, but you said I couldn't ruin them, so here's what these shell jockeys are packing: an 11-inch hammer, and no, I'm not going to apologize for this video, you basically asked for it. Turtles don't produce saliva, they need water to swallow food. If you give a turtle food with no bev, he'll proceed to choke to death right in front of you. There used to be a giant sea turtle that grew to 13 feet long and weighed up to 5,000 pounds. And since they have beaks, one bite could easily take your arm off and turn any conservative completely left. Speaking of mouth, here's a reminder: this is what their mouth and throat looks like.
Yep.
Those papillae are designed to help hold slippery jellyfish in place while it tries not to swallow seawater.
You don't want to put your dick in that.
Bob Saget told you years ago, don't fuck it. You have a turtle on your dick, son.
The deadliest fleshlight you've ever come across. Don't imagine that. That's
do it.
Very unfortunate.
Hilarious.
Very unfortunate thing to imagine.
But it also looks like he deep-throated a thorn bush. Most turtles carry salmonella on their outer skin and shells, and it accidentally gets passed on to kids that put them near their mouths. Catching this means you can look forward to nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, fever, and the loss of the will to live. Sea turtles probably have the worst childhood of any animal. They never meet their parents and have to fall to the ocean by themselves.
Yeah,
in a class of
die.
1,000, maybe one will live a meaningful life, the rest get the Disney side character treat. Someone on Instagram dared me to ruin horses, and I wasn't going to do it because the horse community is a community I want zero, actually negative smoke with. But then he said, you won't, on God.
You don't want
and
smoke
because
with
this young man
goats.
decided to invoke the name of the Lord in my Instagram DMs on a Sunday afternoon, I am choosing verbal violence. Trigger warning in 3, 2, 1. Those are what the hooves of a baby horse look like, and if it makes you uncomfortable, you are not alone. Those horse feathers are epinecium, and it's a soft capsule that protects the mother's uterus and birth canal from the sharp hooves of her baby.
I was going to talk about the tendrils, then I realized he's going at it first.
Yeah.
They have tendrils!
It's disgusting.
There is no protecting your sanity, though, because looking at this too long makes me want to take a shower. They wear off once the horse full starts walking, but what doesn't wear off is the mental anguish of anyone seeing this for the first time. And while we're at it, I'm going to go ahead and trigger y'all again.
Yeah,
if you're
it's
not hiding
awful.
In the comments, you might want to do it now. That is a horse with a degloved hoof, and it's when an entire part of the hoof detaches, leaving it without a cap. This happens when the horse gets a hoof caught on something like a cattle guard. It's like tearing your toenail, but times 1,000. Horses can survive this, but it's one of the most severe injuries they can get.
It'll grow back.
Challenge me on Instagram.
Is it over?
Someone on Instagram said,
okay, so 1 second. Yes, you're good now. It will grow back, But, like, basically, if it gets infected, the horse is done. Yeah. The hoof.
I don't even like horses, but that's sad.
Yeah, the hoof cap. It's like if your cuticle was on the other side of your fingernail. So if it got hooked on something as you're rising up, it can just rip off. That makes sense, right, what I'm saying? Yeah.
Stop talking about it.
So
It's
sad.
gross.
But I couldn't ruin
Yeah.
frogs, so now I'm going to make it your problem. Major trigger warning.
Oh, yeah.
Is a frog that
No.
gives birth from its back, holding them under its skin until
Can't
the
do
tadpoles
this one.
force their way out. I don't have
Sorry.
trypophobia, but this image makes me want to Helen Keller myself, so I can never be assaulted like this again. Frogs can't vomit like decent
It's
people.
over.
Instead, they spit their stomachs out their mouths to get rid of something they ate. And then
That's
they put it
facts.
back in like nothing ever happened.
They
Every
suck it
frog
back
will break
in.
its own bones, shove the bones out of its skin, and use them as claws. Sounds crazy, but if a guy came up to me, broke his wrist, and tried to slash me with his exposed bone, Usain Bolt would be the second fastest man. It looks like it went through 3 rounds of liposuction because
Hi.
extra skin helps it absorb more oxygen. But it also makes him look like a Muppet's testicle. The poison dart frog can put 10 men in coffins, and they got their name because people would rub them on the end of darts and throw them at ops. If you got hit, you'd be paralyzed completely and left to die. The male Darwin frog will swallow children like a first-year sorority pledge. The babies will form in his vocal sac until he gives birth by vomiting his own children out.
That's
if you remove
cool.
a frog's
Okay,
liver, it
Zeus.
will explode. When scared, they puff themselves up, and without a liver to hold their organs in place, they tear their lungs and send their insides flying. The more
Wow.
you know. Butterfly facts, but they slowly get disturbing. Butterflies have a nasty diet that includes mud, sweat, urine, blood, feces, and dead bodies. They taste with their feet, so if one
Poop
lands on
flies.
you, it's not because he likes you, he's taste testing your sweat. If you ever see the purple emperor, you might be closer than you think to a corpse. This butterfly feeds on rotting flesh, and they find it through smell. They're also attracted to urine-soaked fox poop because why the f*** not?
Yeah, the blue ones and light gray ones.
You're talking about the thing that I tried so hard to get in Animal Crossing?
Yeah, actually. Yes. Actually.
So there's dead bodies on my island somewhere?
Wow, what a good theory. You should honestly look into that. That's a really good theory. But the light blue ones and the light gray ones, the really small light gray ones, they're poop flies. So if you see them around on like a farm or something, don't play with them. They eat
I mean,
feces.
I don't play with butterflies anyway because like people are like, oh, butterflies, they're so beautiful, they're so cute.
You
No,
see their face.
they're demon bugs. Ugh.
Yeah, they're gross.
Butterflies have a proboscis that they feed through, and this is
Yeah.
what it looks like up close, and now I understand why SpongeBob almost burnt the city to the ground. And because
Yeah.
butterflies can't bite or chew, they drink everything through that straw of a nose. Meaning the butterflies that feed on corpses or feces literally suck the fluids out. Are they still cute now? Certain chemicals released by plants can cause caterpillars to start eating each other. The most poisonous butterfly in the world is the Antimachus swallowtail, which is potent enough to take out 6 cats, and they're found in Uganda. To the person on Instagram
What?
that said I couldn't ruin butterflies, this video is
I
for you.
didn't know
And to
there
make
were
up for the trauma
poisonous
this video may or may
butterflies.
not have caused, check out this cool app to make friends in your area. Meet new people by hitting the link in my bio. Who knows? You might see me there. I'm
Maybe.
starting to think I know too much.
That most definitely exists, but I refuse to acknowledge their existence based on principle.
The video inspired me to speak my truth, so here's 4 animals that disturb me on an emotional level.
I don't think
First
I
is the
wanna
walrus
know.
because something about a 2,200-pound blubber ball with ice picks for teeth I do not trust. I'm not afraid of them, but I definitely wouldn't be able
They're
to make
so
eye
cool,
contact
though.
with
No,
them.
they're
So they
not.
put
They're
walruses
so
in them, we
don't
terrifying
even
and
talk about it.
ugly.
But if I'm
Walruses
being honest,
are
there's only
cool.
one reason I feel this way. If you remember this cartoon, probably remember this. This bastard wrecked me spiritually. I don't know why anyone thought it was okay to show kids. This is the Marabou store because I do not approve of their vibe. Nicknamed The Undertaker because I'm pretty sure they snatch souls. 5 feet tall with a 10-foot wingspan, apparently they murk
Oh,
children. Does not help
Jesus.
matters that they look like
Fucking
an
big,
STD with a beak. Look at this massacre and tell me they're not malicious intent with wings. Next is a telescope fish because they're way too try-hard. Nature was trying to prove a point here. I don't
What
approve
is
of it.
that?
But number 1 is definitely this Five Nights at Freddy's
What
animatronic
was
with-
that?
Okay, y'all are gonna leave Shoebill Storks alone. They do not deserve the slander.
Right. What the fuck was that other thing?
It was. He told you it was a kaleidoscope, telescope fish.
Have you ever seen one before?
on nature documentary?
Why did you just slide through that so casually?
It was cool.
Are your dreams okay?
It was kind of cute.
How many times have you dreamed of them? Be honest.
Never.
Are you serious? Think again. Because you got some fucked up things in there.
Never. Yeah, no. That is not the stuff of nightmares. The walrus before that was more the stuff of nightmares than the fucking fish.
All right. I'm tapping out. This thing's also terrifying. so
No,
you got me
it's
there.
not.
Look at its face.
Oh my
He
god.
talking shit right now.
Everything about them is unsettling, from the clogged shoe beak to the soul-sapped eyes to the fact that they sound like a machine gun. Always look like they're planning something malicious. Worst part is they're actually sweet around humans, but I'll never trust this Jurassic reject. Even the babies look like the brood of Lucifer. This is what you would look like next.
You know what he is? You know what that stork is?
What?
It's that whispering guy from Black Clover.
Oh my god.
He just wants friends, but everybody's scared of him.
Yes.
To some of the biggest animals ever. First, you have literal flying Satan, the Quetzalcoatlus, aka Murder Tweety, built like a fighter jet the size of a giraffe. They could have a wingspan of 36 feet and weigh 550 pounds. If you're wondering how this air demon could fly, this was back when nature didn't know its own rules. All I know is that you'd be nothing but a Ritz cracker to them. Next, we have the Elasmotherium, aka the Siberian unicorn, and this is S tier disrespectful. This hell unicorn could grow to 15 feet and violate Weight Watchers at 9,000 pounds. Zeroid rhino was actually closer in size to a woolly mammoth. Even though they were vegetarians, if they were still alive, they'd have a higher body count than a Kardashian at the NBA All-Star game. Next, we have the Paraceratherium, and fun fact, this abomination was a hornless rhino that would have taken lunch money from elephants. They were the largest land mammals ever given life, and at 30 feet long, 44,000 pounds, they could turn an entire family reunion into a hashtag by sitting in the wrong spot. Like, look at its skull and tell me nature was a wall in here. But that's somehow nothing compared to the middle finger that was Deinosuchus. It was a 40-foot crocodile that would have turned people into chalk outlines like nothing. They allegedly had a 20,000-pound bite force, so them slamming their jaws would be like Thanos snapping his fingers. He would have been inevitable. You remember the whole debate where it was like, who would you rather fight, 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck?
What do you think?
100 duck-sized horses.
Yes, they're horses, duck size.
I could stomp the fuck out of some duck-sized horses, man.
100 of them. Whinnying violently. Or one duck-sized horse.
Ducks are evil.
Still a duck, but it's the size of a horse.
Yeah, no, I could stomp the fuck out of some duck-sized horses.
You're going with the endurance test.
Yeah,
I'm definitely going with the one big duck.
Nah, bro.
Yeah, I'm murdering that fucking thing. It's going to be epic.
Well, there's an easy answer, but the reason why is, let's get into it. First of all, 100 tiny horses would be death by 1,000 bites, but death would be a lot better than what the duck would do to you. You see, ducks often confuse humans for other ducks, which is why ducklings can imprint on human caretakers. But here's where it would get interesting. Large birds like ostriches and emus have been known to find humans attractive, and they will even ignore members of their own species to flirt with them. And this is exactly what this looks like. So if ducks were the size of horses, they would take one look at us and choose love, not war. But you do not want to be loved by a duck. They evolved a corkscrew phallus literally designed to make them better at cosbying each other. And if ducks are anything, they're persistent because they will grape with a silent G another duck to death and then proceed to grape the dead body too. I forgot to mention the biggest duck Peter was about 17 inches. Do not ask me how I know that. So 100 duck-sized horses would be bad. But a horse-sized, curly-fried, flaunting, feathery Bryce Walker is a check you do not want to cash because it would literally be your ass. Top 5 worst animal births you'll be glad you'll never have.
That's a good.
Number 5 is the elephant, because how would you like to be knocked up for 22 months just to give birth to a 300-pound baby?
No.
That's 660 days of maternal hell, and no amount of tax breaks or child support will ever make that okay.
Honestly.
Number 4 is the termite queen, because she can give birth every 15 seconds for 10 years straight, and on a good day she can pop out 30,000 eggs. You couldn't give us a warning for that one, bro? I don't care how tough you think you are, your kitty would look like a flat tire after day 1. Number 3 is the kiwi bird, for the violation that is this picture. This New Zealand bird has to push out an egg that's 20% of its size. You're probably wondering, so that's like a 160-pound woman birthing a 32-pound child, and if you're crossing your legs at the thought, I don't blame you, that is horrible. A nuclear bomb to the waist down would do less damage. This is the nonsense they have to deal with compared to emus and ostriches. Hyenas at number 2 might surprise you, but wait till you see number 1. Females have a pseudo-penis they give birth from, and yes, it's as bad as you think. The first-time mother will die if her cub gets stuck, and 60% of cubs will suffocate because they can't break free. Only way out is by splitting the pseudo in half. Number 1 is the sea louse, because first she gets dragged into a dungeon and gets cosbyed by the male. Then her babies chew through her and split her body in half. Basically gets reverse Casey Anthony for her troubles.
Reverse Casey Anthony. Fuck that bitch.
What an interesting video about vaginal destruction.
So
this was the worst animal fact video I have seen in my entire life.
This was pretty bad. Yeah, this was not good.
I think I'm done.
Are you done?
I think I've had a good.
There's some more.
Sure might be.
Well, I hope you guys are just as uncomfortable as we are.
I'm so sad.
Orange, you glad we stopped the video here?
Don't, please, give me something to live for. Oh God.
Don't forget to leave your reaction requests and recommendations down in the comments below. And other than that, peace out, Hope Biscuits. It's Skittin' Lit.
I live in eternal fear that you're gonna just keep making puns.